Welcome to this Word of Hope on October 18th, 2022. Today is the Feast of St. Luke, and I am Father Luke, again here at St. Dominic's in our Chapel of St. Jude in the new Parish Center here in Denver. You can thank Father Jimmy for giving me this day to do the Word of Hope, as it's my feast day. And when I think of St. Luke, I think of him really as a missionary. He was the one that followed Paul to areas that he had never really known or been to. And his gospel and the Acts of the Apostles are written to speak to a people that he really was a stranger to. And in that section in the gospel that we get today about Jesus sending out the 72, they're going into strangers' homes. Just yesterday, I was at the home of a man who I had been visiting a couple times. It was an emergency phone call that I was able to pick up and receive. He was an engineer, and we connected on that. And I was telling him yesterday as I was visiting him and I was giving him viaticum, giving him what we might call the last rites, that there is, as a human being for me, and I think about and pray with this with St. Luke, I get to butt into people's lives, particularly the moments of their lives that are the most vulnerable and maybe very intimate. And who am I as this stranger to come in and be there? It's an incredibly humbling and vulnerable place to be, an incredibly powerful place, one that I certainly don't take lightly and at times does terrify me. And in that moment, in the deepest, most personal and intimate moments, particularly at the end of life, with loved ones trying to bring some sort of comfort and preparation to hold a person's life and soul in one sense in my hand to care for it. Paul was that witness to Luke, and Luke recorded a lot of it, and he too, just like those 72 going into those homes, was able to butt into people's lives as a stranger, and the incredible amount of connection that can be made. This is the power of the Christian life. This is the power about how God butts into our lives and invites us to share our secrets with him, but to not be afraid to share with each other too, to really practice that missionary Christian charity, to be able to be a presence so that we can manifest God to others as they need it, when they need it. It's not just necessarily a place for a priest, but all Christians are called to that kind of missionary love of the other through love of God. And it's beautiful. And I'm always honored when I'm able to have those moments, and I thank God for them and always pray that I can be for them what God needs me to be for them. So let us pray to St. Luke and ask for his intercession that those we may encounter today, those strangers whose lives we might have to butt into or may just collide with ours for whatever reason, that we're able to see them with God's eyes, be for them what God needs us to be, and be able to spread the good news through our hearts, through our lips, and our minds. Have a great Feast of St. Luke today.